topic addition of harmonic motions. Okay, addition of harmonic motions with the help of analytical method. Okay, the method was simple. X is equal to resultant. We have assumed x is equal to x1 plus x2. Then x is equal to a sin omega t. Resultant we have assumed. Then we have compared the coefficient of sin omega t and cos omega t, and we have calculated the value of resultant, that amplitude of resultant and the phase angle of resultant. Okay, now these questions we can solve also with the help of graphical method. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the same numericals which we have discussed, which we have solved through analytical method. Now we are going to solve them through graphical method. Graphical method. Okay, graphical method. Okay, so what we have to do in case of graphical method? Okay, now let's say the first question which we have taken for analytical method, x1 is equal to 4 cos omega t plus 10 degree and x2 is equal to 6 sin omega t plus 60 degree. We have to calculate the resultant of these two harmonic motions. Okay, first method is analytical method, which we have already solved. Now second method is the graphical method. Okay, any harmonic motion, we have already covered the topic. Any harmonic motion can be represented with the help of a vector. Vector method of representing harmonic motion. We can represent any harmonic motion with the help of a vector. Okay, the same concept we are going to apply here. Okay, now we can represent x1 with the help of a vector. We can represent x2 with the help of a vector. Then we will calculate the resultant. Okay, before calculating the resultant, we have to convert. The important point is we have to convert x1 and x2 in the same form. Okay, same form meaning we have to convert either this cos into sin or this sin into cos. Okay, so first we are converting this cos into sin. Okay, sin 90 plus theta, let's say this total angle is theta, sin 90 plus theta is equal to cos theta. So this can be converted as x1 4 sin omega t plus 10 degree plus 90. Okay, this one we can write, 4 sin omega t plus 100. We have converted this cos form into sin form because this second one was again in the sin form and the resultant will be again in the form of sin. Okay, this one, and first we have to observe this omega 1 equal to omega 2. So the first case is applicable. Okay, now we are going to draw these two vectors. Okay, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x-axis we have taken, this one is y-axis. Okay, so first one we are drawing 4 sin omega t plus 100 degree. Okay, this 4 is the amplitude, the length of the vector. A vector is rotating with an angular velocity of omega anti-clockwise direction and is having 100 degree phase angle. Okay, so we are taking the phase angle from x-axis, 0 phase angle, and now we have to draw the 100 phase angle. 100 phase angle means more than 90, somewhere here. Okay, this one is the phase angle. Length, we have to take the length of the vector as a 4 unit. Okay, this 4 unit we have to scale, like 1 unit of this amplitude is equal to 2 centimeter, then 4 is equal to 8 centimeter. Now we have to draw a length of, you can take any conversion, okay, according to your page length. Okay, so we are taking a vector of amplitude 4, a vector of amplitude 4, this is amplitude 4, is having 100 degree phase angle. So this one is the representation of x1. First harmonic motion we have represented in this form. Now the second one is 6 sin omega t plus 60 degree, means the amplitude of that length of the vector will be 6 and is having phase angle of 60 degree. 60 degree will come somewhere here. Okay, so the length will be 6 centimeter. Let's say we have taken this one 6. This angle is coming to be 60 degree. Okay, now we have drawn the first harmonic motion and second harmonic motion. Okay, now we have to calculate the resultant. If we have two vectors, the resultant is given by the diagonal of a parallelogram taking these two sides as the adjacent side of parallelogram. Means we have to draw a parallelogram taking this 4 and 6 as the adjacent side. Okay, so how we are going to draw the parallelogram? Just draw a parallel line from here to here. In case of parallelogram, the length of the sides are equal and parallel to each other, and second will be come here. So first we have to draw the parallel line. Let's say this one is the parallel line corresponding to 4, and second one we are having parallel line like this. Okay, so we have made parallelogram taking 4 and 6 as the adjacent side, and we will calculate the diagonal. Connect this diagonal from point O, initial point. Connecting this diagonal to O will give the resultant. Okay, so we have the resultant in the form of diagonal making a parallelogram taking 4 and 6 as the adjacent side. Okay, so this length, our resultant is like x is equal to a sin omega t plus theta. A sin omega t plus theta. Then a will be given by this one. Just measure this length and again convert this in terms of this amplitude, and we will get this length will give the amplitude of the resultant, and theta angle will be this one. This one will be angle theta. Okay, so similarly we can calculate the resultant of two harmonic motion with the help of graphical method. Graphical method, basically we are using the vector method. Okay, so now we are having this value was coming 9.42. 9.42 will be the length of that diagonal, and theta is coming to be 75.83 degree. Okay, so we can solve our numerical with the help of graphical method. What we have done, first we have converted these two harmonic motion in single form. Single form means either sine or cos. We have converted first one into sine form. Then draw this harmonic motion. How we are going to draw? We will take a vector of unit 4 rotating with an angular velocity of omega having phase angle 100 degree. So we have made 100 degree unit 4. This one x1. This is nothing but x1. This is nothing but x1. Then we have drawn x2 in the same manner. x2. Then draw a parallelogram. Connect this original point to this one. Means calculate the diagonal. Length of the diagonal will give the amplitude, and angle of that diagonal with the x-axis will give the phase angle of the resultant. Okay, so this is the method of calculating resultant with the help of graphical method. Okay, or vector method. Okay, now one more question we are taking. The third question which we have calculated with the help of analytical method. The question was split the harmonic motion. Split question already you have x is equal to 10 sin omega t plus pi by 6. Pi by 6 we are taking 30 degree. This harmonic motion we have to split in such a way that harmonic motion is having phase angle 0, other one is having phase angle 45. How we have calculated? We have assumed two harmonic motion, A sin omega t, first 0 phase angle, second one we have B sin omega t plus 45 degree. Then we have measured the value of A and B. Okay, so this is the question in which we have to calculate the result. We have to split this harmonic motion into two harmonic motions in such a way that one harmonic motion is having 0 phase angle and other harmonic motion is having 45 degree phase angle. Okay, so how we are going to solve this numerical with the help of graphical method? Okay, first we have to draw the axis. Now these are the axis. Okay, now the resultant harmonic motion we are having the resultant harmonic motion. Okay, draw this one. This one is a vector of amplitude 10 unit, rotating with an angular velocity of omega, having phase angle 30 degree. So the vector will be like that, having 10 unit, this angle is 30 degree. Simple. We have drawn the resultant. Okay, now this one is the resultant. Resultant means this one will be the diagonal of that parallelogram. Okay, now we have to draw the two adjacent side. We have to calculate the two adjacent side of that parallelogram. Okay, so first condition is given. The first harmonic motion is having phase angle 0. Means first harmonic motion is along x-axis. Okay, this line, amplitude we don't have, but we are having the direction. Second one, we are having second harmonic motion is having phase angle 45 degree. This is 30 degree. The second harmonic motion line will be like that. 45 degree. At 45 degree. So the first side of parallelogram will be here, second will be here. Okay, now we can say that first side is this one, then the second side is like this one. So how we are going to calculate the length of the sides? Okay, we will draw. In case of parallelogram, the sides are parallel to each other and equal in magnitude. Okay, so first we will draw a line parallel to this one, parallel to x-axis from the tip of the vector. We will draw one parallel line to x-axis. Okay, so this is intersecting here. Second, we will draw parallel line to this one from here, parallel to this one from the tip of the vector. So this will intersect at this one. So we will have this magnitude, one side of the parallelogram. Second one, we will have this one. This one is the second side of the parallelogram. Measure this one. This will give the length A, and this one will give length B. The concept which we have used, we have split it. First we have the resultant. With the help of resultant and the given condition, we have drawn the parallelogram. With the help of the given condition, we have drawn the parallelogram. Adjacent side of parallelogram will give the harmonic motion. Okay, now we can reverse the question, add this harmonic motion, calculate the resultant by adding these two harmonic motion and calculating the resultant, calculating the diagonal will give this one. Okay, so all the questions which we are having through analytical method, we can solve those questions through graphical method also. Okay, so practice these questions and try to solve all the questions through graphical methods also. Graphical method is easy, but we have to take care of all the dimensions. By taking care of all the units, all the conversion, we have to take it. Okay, this is it for today. Thank you.